I have almost 900 hours on Elden Ring, but one thing I've actually never tried is beating it as fast as I can. I know there are professional speedrunners that are really good at this, but I have had no experience trying to speedrun a game, so I thought I'd give it a try. I have had many playthroughs, so I know what I need to do. It's just I've never tried doing it as fast as I can. I am pretty good at remembering where items are, so other than knowing what I need to do and sorta knowing where stuff is, I'm just making it up as I go. If you guys want to see more Elden Ring videos, make sure you like and subscribe, and let's start this. As for the class I started with, obviously I went with Samurai. Very good weapon, very good armor, very good stat. I named myself and started with a golden seed. I started by taking off all my armor because running with light load is obviously faster. And my main goal right now was to just get my horse. And did you guys notice this elevator actually rotates as it goes up? You can see it on the compass. Anyway, as I was getting this grace, I realized I'm not gonna want to get every grace because that's just a waste of time, right? But I should probably make sure to do it when I think there's a chance I'll die. But I made my way straight to the horse, and I decided to actually get the 2 medallions that I need to go up the lift just right at the beginning. So I made my way down to the church that has the Wanderer's Physic, and that is sort of a center point between each of the medallions. I took the teleporter to get the one in Caelid, and I almost died to this dragon, but luckily he missed his tail swipe. But I made it to the fort, grabbed the medallion, and I also grabbed Radagon's Sword Seal, which increases some stats, which would be nice. And I also grabbed a nice little rune, which I think grants 7,500, which I might use later. Then I headed back to that main church and went to the other fort where I got the other medallion. Also on the way there, I picked up the charge attack tier and the charge attack talisman because I think I might want a weapon centered around charge attacks. Speaking of the weapon I want, I was thinking I probably want a somber weapon because I don't want to collect all those stones to upgrade a normal weapon. And I can quickly head to EG to get all the way to +4. As for the weapon I wanted, I decided to go with kind of a random weapon, but it was on the way to EG. But to get there, I had to go behind Stormvale all the way through the lakes, and I decided to get the Ice Ring Hatchet, whatever it's called. It's a decent weapon. It does frost. That's why I wanted it. So I could build up frost, and then I do extra damage when they're frosted. I then headed all the way to EG using the teleporter. I did actually collect a 1 earlier, and using that rune I got from the fort, I was able to get it to +2. And then I decided I would just fight Margit because then I could use his runes to upgrade my weapon even more. I equipped my small shield so I could parry him. And I also equipped my armor because if I were to die, that is a big time loss. And after a bunch of parries, I successfully killed Margit. I then bought the stones from EG, upgraded to +4, and then made my way to Godric. Now, I know people go in the front gate, but I don't really know how to navigate that, so I went on the side and killed Godstock so that he wouldn't lock me in the door. I just thought it'd be faster, just in case I were to die in the main path. I tried continue on the main path, but I somehow died, which was kind of sad. So I went in the elevator. Then I fought Godric. He wasn't too bad, and he didn't take that long. I kept his remembrance in case I wanted to use him for runes later. And then from where EG is, I went straight to the lift. I am planning on killing Radon, but I want a bit more upgrades. And I remember where a 5 and 6 were. I knew there was a 6 on a ledge that was on the way to Volcano Manor, so I grabbed that. And for the 5, I knew there was one on the way to Radon, where all the people are hanging out. So I made my way down there from the other fort, and at this location I have seen someone jump off and sort of get into the Site America barrier, but it respawns you below the elevator, and I want the 5, which is above the elevator, so I just ran all the way down and grabbed the 5. I then headed back to the round table and used Godric's remembrance to have enough runes to upgrade to +6, and now I was ready to fight Radon. I wasn't going to get any of the summons because I didn't want to do summons for this, but I did do the thing where you run backwards and skip his whole his whole bow phase. But after a bit of fighting, he wasn't too bad. We took down Radon's. Now that we had both great runes, I went back to Altus and made my way towards DTS. At this point, I had taken off Radagon's score seal because it's not worth it anymore, and that got me thinking about talismans, so I decided to quickly go grab the turtle talisman. I did forget to grab a stone throw key, so I had to head back and grab one, but now I got better stamina recovery. Then I simply fought DTS. I know there is a way to parry him and then knock him off the ledge, but I wasn't confident about it, so I just fought him. I did die once, which is kind of sad, but eventually we got him. I then headed into the capital, and I actually went down into the sewers because there is a 7 there. So I grabbed the 7, and I also knew there was an 8 and a 9 in Kaled, so I grabbed both of those. And now I was able to get my weapon to +9. It's kind of crazy. So with that +9, I kind of quickly destroyed Golden Godfrey and then headed over to Morgott. And I actually did die once somehow. I don't know how I died, but Morgott wasn't too bad, and we easily took him down. At this point, I don't really need runes for anything except levels, because I know I'm able to max out my weapon once I get to Crumbling Faramazula, and that then wouldn't take much. I suppose I haven't told you about what levels I prioritized. I mainly did stamina, health, and dexterity because that's what the weapon scales with. I know a lot of speedrunners don't use health, but I thought that I'm not going to no-hit all these dudes, and dying is a huge time loss, so investing in health is worth it. Then I headed on the long journey to Fire Giant. It took a while, but I got there eventually. Fire Giant wasn't actually too bad. He did actually kill me once. He pushed me into his fire with his foot, and that's sad. Luckily I wasn't too far into it, so second try, boom, boom, boom. I got him. The frost definitely helps, so even though this weapon doesn't do too much damage, the frost is definitely good. Now it was time to burn the tree and head to Faramazula. Now here is what scares me. The next boss, Godskin Duo. These bozos are mean. They did kill me once, which was sad, but I do have Hoarfrost Stomp on my weapon, so I kind of just patiently fought him using Hoarfrost Stomp and try not to die. And eventually, I got him. Then on the way to Malketh, there is a 10, so I snagged that. And on the way, look at this combo, bro. That's crazy, dude. That wasted like a few minutes, but it's fine. Malekith wasn't too bad. I think he's weak to Frost. So, Hoarfrost Stomp, blah, 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 was very good. Whatever, bro. Watch this. Oh! Hey, there we go. Oh. One more hit. After Malekith was defeated, now it was time for the hardest boss in the game. This guy is insane. Gideon Ofnir. I died a total of 2 times before I eventually killed him. This guy does so much damage, it's actually insane. My gosh, finally. Now it's time for the best boss in the game. Actually, I don't know if he's the best boss, but he's pretty good. Gold 3. Now I somehow died really quick. I messed up. I don't know what I was doing, bro. What? But then I defeated him. What? I thought I could strafe that. Nice. And now it's time for the final boss. Yay! I had no deaths because I'm a pro. You can Frost Radagon, so it wasn't too bad. I did mess up this a little. Shoot. But that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. And look at the time. It's past 2 hours. What? Wait, hold on. That doesn't seem right. I'm not that slow. Nice. Okay, I'm not done yet. Not done yet. I gotta officially end it. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's see. 157, under 2 hours. Oh my gosh. So yeah, we did it just under 2 hours. Oh yeah. I'm actually surprised. I thought it would take like 3 or 4, but we did it under 2 hours. I think the world record is like under an hour. What the heck? But they had a whole plan. Whatever. All right, if you guys did enjoy, please subscribe and eat a Pringle. And if you are listening to this right now, if you comment, I'll see you in 7 years, then in 7 years, I'll give you $1. All right? By the way, I'm not legally responsible for giving you $1. That was just a joke, and I'm speeding this up really fast to sound like a little thing that happens after medicine commercials or whatever I downloaded. Anyway, if you're not subscribed, you should definitely subscribe. I already said that, so it doesn't really matter anyway. I will see you guys next time. Ooh.